Hi, this is the day the Lord has made. Let us rejoice and be glad in it. Our devotion for today, January 24th, is from the Gospel of Mark, chapter 6, verses 1 through 6. He went away from there, and he came to his hometown, and his disciples followed him. And on the Sabbath he began to teach in the synagogue, and many who heard him were astonished, saying, "Where did this man get these things? What is the wisdom given to him? How are such mighty works done by his hands? Is not this the carpenter, the son of Mary, the brother of James and Joseph and Judas and Simon? And are not his sisters here with us?" And they took offense at him. And Jesus said to them, "A prophet is not without honor except in his hometown and among his relatives and in his own household." And he could do no mighty works there, except that he laid his hands on a few sick people and healed them. And he marveled because of their unbelief. And he went about among the villages teaching. Even Jesus experienced the prejudice that happens when you grow up in a small town where everybody pigeonholes you into a label or a category based either upon your youth or your family's reputation. And they won't let you exhibit anything different when you grow into an adult and you return to your village or town. Person will always be part of that family in the town, and as a result will be judged by that family's reputation forever. And children always suffering from their parents' mistakes and flaws. In Nazareth, they watched Jesus grow up. They knew his family. Therefore, he was limited in what he could be in the village. The people of the village wouldn't see him anything more than, a carpenter and the son of a carpenter. They wouldn't see him anything more than the son of Mary. And they associated him with his brothers, James and Joseph and Judas and Simon and his sisters. Therefore, he couldn't have any special theological insight. He didn't have any exceptional breeding. It wasn't as if his father were a noted righteous and holy man. I mean, wasn't Mary pregnant before the wedding ceremony? And so the people of the village of Nazareth couldn't see him as a Messiah, as a prophet, and certainly not as the Son of God. They couldn't see him beyond what they knew about him growing up in their community. There was no faith in him. This happens more frequently than we would care to admit to the boys and girls who grow up in small towns in this country. Everybody knows everybody's dirt, everybody's messes, their failures, their indiscretions, their pain and heartache and embarrassment that they've caused their families and the villages that they grew up in. And almost no one is allowed to rise above their and their families' histories. But of course, the people of Nazareth were wrong about Jesus, just as so many small communities are wrong about some of the boys and girls that grew up and then left their communities. Jesus is the one who makes all things new. Jesus is the one who offers everyone a second chance, and a third chance, and a fourth chance. Jesus is the example of the mistake you can make if you don't allow people a clean slate, or when you fail to see them with fully opened eyes, when you discount the possibility of who they can become. Is there anyone in your life right now that you have stuck with an old label and you can't see who they've become? Are you failing to give others second and third and fourth chances? Do you refuse to see these folks who return for who they really are, rather than in which household they grew up. Maybe it's time for you to open your heart and your mind and your eyes. Go in peace, serve the Lord.